It's your boy Benny. Donald Trump breaks people. It's what he does. It's an amazing superpower to have. He broke the Clinton machine, the Obama machine, the Bush machine. He broke politics. He reset the entire table of the political landscape in all of America. Of course, he's broken Kamala Harris. That seems like easy work, actually, in comparison. And he's broken some of the biggest names in Hollywood and celebrities, especially those on the Diddy list and Epstein list, as they flee the country. He's also broken quite a few media personalities who got Trump wrong. And I want to start by saying that Bill Maher, on occasion, is an honest broker of news and information. Like, for instance, here, and he deserves respect for this, 1 year ago, here's Bill Maher predicting the future.
And I've said it before. Do I think Joe Biden can do the job? Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't think he can win the job. And that's what I care about. He's going to lose because the people think he's too old. And perception is reality. I'm sorry.
He's going to lose, and he said it in the kindest possible way, and also Joe Biden can't do the job, obviously. But he did predict it, and there weren't many voices saying that Joe Biden was definitely going to lose about 18 months ago to Donald Trump. But ladies and gentlemen, lose he did. And now Bill Maher might be the biggest loser. Well, this side of the Democrat Party and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and pretty much everyone else. Bill Maher says he is ending his show over the return of Trump. I'm shitting my pants, says Bill Maher. Okay? In a recent podcast with none other than Jane Fonda, is a perfect person to have on. The old aging degenerate lib. Kind of like Bill Maher, who hasn't really been that relevant as of late. And who I got to say personally, hang it up, Like I don't watch Bill Maher's show. I have nothing personally against him. He's wrong on a lot of things. He's been professionally wrong on so many things. But like, dude, just hang it up. You're old. You've got like tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. You've been doing this for a long time. You've gotten these big fat contracts. Like you've gotten what you can get. The ecosystem's changed. The landscape's changed. And do you really have the energy to keep up with an entirely new generation of creators, a new style of creation in the news and media ecosystem? I mean, that's a question, right? That's a question. And Bill Maher's answering by saying, I may quit because I don't want to do another Trump administration, saying effectively he doesn't have it in him to do another Trump administration. Let's listen.
I mean, yeah,
It's hard to believe.
I'm my pants.
It's hard to believe.
I mean, I may quit because I don't want to do another. I did Trump. I did all the Trump stuff before anybody. I called him a con man before anybody. He's a mafia boss. I was the one who said he wasn't going to concede the election. I've done it. I've seen this.
Well, then how come he's so hostile to Jimmy Kimmel and not to you?
He's very hostile to me. He
Is he?
tweets about me every week.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Every week he accidentally watches my show and then low ratings loser.
Oh, well, yeah.
But, I mean,
No, he doesn't.
I just...
No, he doesn't. We follow President Trump very, very closely. No, he doesn't watch your show every single week. Very few people watch your show every single week. And even fewer listen to what looks like a very, very frail, old, and embittered Jane Fonda. And she has every right to be embittered, right? You all have a right to be embittered and not want to do this again. Because you're out of your depth. Because everything's changed. And maybe it's time to just hang it up. I mean, you're both in your 70s, right? Like, you had a good run. And this industry does take a lot of energy. But it also takes grounding in reality. And Bill Maher, he's a lot of things. He isn't that. Even if he did rightfully predict that Donald Trump was going to win in the 2024 election against Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or whatever. Kamala Harris was always a cutout. Bill Maher regularly and consistently gets owned by everyone from Candace Owens to Megyn Kelly to Greg Gutfeld. And this is why you should probably hang it up. Because you are not tethered to reality any longer. There's only so long that you can exist inside of a bubble and not change your mindset or your ecosystem to align with reality. And reality is that America is a center-right nation. Reality has a right-wing bias. And Bill Maher's brand of weed-smoking liberalism is out, okay? It's better than wokeism, I'll tell you that. But it certainly isn't grounded in reality like this. Bill Maher regularly pushes lies about January 6th. That cops died on January 6th. That's a lie, a provable, demonstrable lie. Megyn Kelly had to call him out on that. Megyn Kelly had to embarrass him on her show. At least Bill Maher, I guess, goes out and does alternative media, or has people like Candace Owens on his program. Candace Owens schooling Bill Maher, saying, I feel like in 2 years you're going to have a very different perspective. Bill Maher telling Jerry Seinfeld that he's not going to go nuts when Donald Trump is elected. I'm not going to lose my nervous system about Trump again. If he ends the world, he's not going to end the world. I'm not going to effing go nuts again if he wins another term. I just can't. But, like, you are going nuts. So, again, like, if you don't have the stomach for these things, if a politician winning makes you lose your nervous system, in the words of Bill Maher, then, you know, maybe you just don't have the stomach for this. Like, listen, God help us, but if Kamala Harris won, I wasn't going to leave the country. I wasn't going to flee America. You know, you stay and fight. You cover these things. It hasn't been a happy or pretty 4 years. I've been quite angry, but I've never had a nervous breakdown, right? It's like a very strange thing to admit. And these people are so fragile, right? They're like, psychology is so fragile. It's why they have to live in the Hollywood Hills. That's why they have to smoke so much weed. Because they actually literally need mommy's little helper to deal with reality. And that's the biggest problem, ladies and gentlemen. Reality is something that punches harder than anything. That's something that Bill Maher faced when he went and touched gloves with the true king of late night and comedy, which is Greg Gutfeld. Can't argue that. The ratings tell the story, right? And Greg Gutfeld wins. And Bill Maher, I guess to his great credit, goes on and does alternative media, has on people like Candace and Megyn Kelly, but was out of his depth here. This is what made me say, you know what, Bill Maher's going to retire, watching this clip. Jimmy Kimmel, too, saying he's going to retire. So, and Chris Wallace on CNN just got fired. Boy, what a time to be alive. Here we go. Here's what happened to Bill Maher on Greg Gutfeld's show.
On the scales, New York Times bestselling author, Fox News contributor, Captain. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thank you.
So far, so fun?
I have a few quibs.
Okay, go for it. Quib away, Mr. Quib.
Well, I mean, I agree that it's great that we're talking. I agree that we agree on some things. We're not exactly aligned on the most important things, which is basically Trump is someone who does not concede elections. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You don't seem to see it that way. That's the most important thing that's going on in this country. He didn't concede the last election. He's not going to concede this election.
You don't know that. You don't see into the future, Bill. I don't see your crystal ball.
Yeah, I did, because I was the only one who was talking about that way back when. And everybody said, oh, you smoke too much pot. Turned out I smoked just the right amount of pot.
There's no right amount.
But can you really picture this guy going, you know what? I lost. That's it.
He did. He left.
He left because he had to leave, because he couldn't.
Yes, but that's how it works.
Well,
what do you think he's going to, like, board up the White House? Pull a straw dogs with Dustin Hoffman?
Well, last time he thought the other Republicans would back him up when he called that guy in Georgia and said, "I need 11,000 votes. I want you to find."
He said find. He didn't say create. He said find.
Well, that's the same thing.
No, it's not. You don't say on an Easter egg
Find
hunt,
them
I want you to create some Easter eggs.
We have a show here.
All right, Dr. Drew.
Okay.
Boys. I mean, my favorite show of television ever to do was Politically Incorrect.
Which you stole. This is exactly what it looked like, except the difference was Politically Incorrect was purposely mixing people with different viewpoints.
Which is what we're doing.
Tonight.
Yes. This is why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No.
So, Dr. Drew.
Yes, sir.
You're really good at diagnosing mental illness.
Okay.
What is Bill's problem?
You see how he got it there? That's good. Bill Maher's even like laughing and clapping. He didn't like it. You could tell he didn't like it, but he's clapping about it. Good riddance, man. Good riddance. You know? He's certainly not the worst of them. Bill Maher's not the worst of them. But he ain't the best of them. And yeah, things are changing very, very quickly. So that's my take. What's yours? Let me know in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Benny. See ya.